Okay, welcome back. This is the Learning to Survive scenario. Got off to a bit of a rough start, but here we are now. All right, so I'm on the final task, which is to destroy the pirate base on Earth. And I'm going for the achievement that you get for destroying the pirate base on Earth without going to Earth. So I built a drone, or in the process of building a drone. I ground down some of the pieces that I had laid down in the last session, because what I did was I took this drone, I took the progress I had made, I made a blueprint, and then I went into a creative session and I properly designed it. I would have done it in here in survival in this game, but I didn't see the point. I wasn't going to stream it, and I can design faster in a creative game. So I just didn't see any reason at all. So I've made a blueprint, ground down the things that'll be different on this, and I'm going to build that up. Let's see, I'll make a projector. Oh, and goodbye to my person. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's see. Right, left, and that is correct. Okay. Here we go. So the drone design got a little more bulky. At the end of last session, I had made the comment that I didn't think a single large lift thruster would be enough, and I had added 3 small lift thrusters to help, but I still didn't feel real comfortable about that. And in the design, I ended up migrating it from 1 large and 3 small to 2 large, and then by the time I was done, I was at 4 large. So it's gotten a bit heftier. All right, let's see. Fighting drone aircraft. Aircraft type 1. There we go. Projection on. All right. I also painted it. Let's get it. Oh, it is oriented correctly. All right, that's great. Now we just need to get it lined up orthogonally, which I think there, and here. Up, there it is. I'm trying to look at the turret to get this thing lined up. Ah, there we go. Okay. And are we? There we go. So that's it. It's a lot bigger. It is a lot bigger now. All right, it is fully remote controllable. I've also added some AI blocks. I messed around with trying to set those up so it would do a kind of there we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, so I tried to set up the AI blocks. The task block is capable of doing what's called wandering. So once it gets, like, you set a destination, and once it gets there, it's supposed to just move around randomly within a certain. You can set the radius within that of. You can set the radius of the destination where you want it to just kind of randomly move around. So I was trying to get it to work, and it didn't work. So I mentioned in the previous session when the satellite deployment worked absolutely flawlessly with like zero qualifications. It just worked perfectly. I mentioned then that the AI blocks never worked that well for me. That was the first. Um, and this experience I had trying to get the wandering behavior to work is far more typical. Basically, it didn't work. I had the flight block in. I know you need that to move around. Um, I set the destination. So in this game, we have a GPS for the pilot facility. So I set that as the movement destination, or I set up a GPS as a movement destination for the task block, and said go there. And then I set up the wandering system, which is just like it's a checkbox, and then you set a minimum, maximum wander amount, and turned it on, and it didn't work. It did kind of progressively got like hovered lower and lower to the ground, and I had set both the flight block to a minimum altitude of 500 meters. It was hovering around 20 meters and still descending. And then the task block, I set the wander radius to a minimum of like 900 meters and a maximum of 1600 meters. And since the GPS destination is on the surface of the planet, that block should also have prevented it from getting down to down below, like down to the surface. It shouldn't have done that because it's supposed to stay 900 meters away. So didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy this. I built a detachable parachute system that'll come off the top here, and I'll drop it in the atmosphere, let it drop down to like 2 kilometers of altitude. I'll detach the parachutes, which will have decoys on them as well, so that'll serve as a hopefully help for defense. And then I'll fly the grid around. It has a CTC and 3 assault cannon here. So and they're set to target weapons. So hopefully I just need to pilot it and keep it from getting shot. Hopefully I can do that. And then these turrets on the side are set to target small grid weapons. So if the pirate facility spawns in defensive drones, hopefully these should engage them. So let's get stuff. That. I think that's it, honestly. I did leave the AI blocks in here just if Keen ever gets them fixed, or as they make improvements, or however you want to phrase it. Maybe someday they'll work and I can actually use them. Let's do this. What? Oh, I want the, oh my goodness. Projector, that's what I want. Highlight blocks. What's that do? Oh, okay. Show buildable only. Yeah, that's what I want. All right, cool. Alrighty. Oh, this is tricky. Nope. Really. Down here, get let. Oh, where to grab the computers? Oh, okay, okay. Get 10 more of those. Get those. All right. Be here. Oh, there it is. Great. Steel. I suppose a printer would have been useful, but goodness, the lag. Are you not? Oh, you're built. Okay. I don't get the green box. Oh, let's see. Okay. I feel like it doesn't target the same thing when the UI is off. That did work. Wait, I do get the green box sometimes. Weird. Right? Looks like the thing inside didn't get built. Great. Hmm. I really like how well this is going. There we go. There's a lot of empty space up in the front here. Um, room to grow, I suppose. Where's the... Well, that's interesting. I mean, that's not empty. There's another unknown signal. I'll get that in a second. Oh. All right. Space engineers, you buggy mess. I love this game, and I'm being a bit harsh saying that. Um, there's an element of truth to it. Why are you not? What? Let's get these. How are we doing? Get more of those. Let's get more of those. Fine. We'll get a few more of those. More of those. More of that. Get that. Oh, let's get all of that. Alright, we'll get that too, because I have conveyors to build. Alright, cool. Down here, we have right. I don't know what it's building on the opposite side. There isn't anything up there.
Energy low.
Those. Hey, that's convenient. There we go. You gonna help? Gonna be my co-pilot? I talked about that in the other stream. Hey, kitty. There you go. You can watch. I don't know if this is true for all cats, but of my cats, I definitely think that it seems like they don't meow for no reason. So when they walk up to me and make noise, I I have discovered that it's always worth figuring out what they want. When I had my first cat, when that makes it sound like she's not around anymore. When all I had was Pan Pan, my first cat, she only meows in two situations. She's hungry, or her bowl is empty, um, or lost a toy, and she'll sit like she loses a toy under a closet door. She'll sit by it. Sometimes she'll meow at me, or she'll just sit there. And I have found that funny because I used to kind of figure it was only half, like sometimes was it meaningful. And then it's like there was a number of times where I would open the door and I'd be like, "Oh, there's a toy here. Sorry," I just figured that's cat being, the unfathomable cat. And then like later on, I would go in the closet for something and move something, and the toy would be there, and I'm like, "Oh man!" She was right. So I take them very seriously when they meow at me, because neither one of them just randomly. They really don't just meow, you know. Especially this one. This is Lulu. I don't know if you can see her or not, but uh, she's super quiet. So when she walks up and says something to me, I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on with you. I guess you just wanted some love. Is that what it was? I didn't know. I didn't know you ever asked for that. Okay. She doesn't normally let me pick her up. I kind of have to catch her off guard, even though she loves it when I hold her and pet her. So, right. You feel better now? Get the ears scratchy. Turn that back on. Oops. There we go. Oh, hello, my person, viewer person. Hello there. I had to take a short break to address cat issues, but I guess that has now been resolved. So onward. Okay. I didn't. I did not deliberately design this to look like anything specific. Just went with the shapes that sort of seemed to emerge. Um, but it does vaguely remind me of something. I'm not sure what. So, but if you see it too, um, that is just authentic parallel creativity. That's not imitation. Do we need? Oh, let's get those. All right. I really like these exhaust caps. Um, I find that actually half the time I use them, I just turn them off. They're just pure greebling. They really look nice. The functionality is very cool too, but they look good even when that's turned off. All right, so we are good there. Yeah. Okay. Large tube. Everything built except the guns. Yeah, seems like it. All right, large tubes. And do we have share inertia tensor? We do. Cool. In my test world, I did not have that activated. I found the guns wobbled a bit, but I'm not entirely sure what the cause of that is. So I was thinking I would try turning that on, see if it fixed it. Shit. I was just thinking, oh, the repair projector is already over here. I can just switch to that. Yeah, it's got to be on first, you knucklehead. Projector. I don't remember where it goes. Guess I'll put this one back over here. All right, left. Yep, that appears to be correct. Alrighty, and blueprints. Fighting drone aerial type 1. Thank you. Keep projection, yes. We are, oh, we're still oriented correctly. That's nice. Horizontal. Get that in place. I think that's what I want. Vertical. Think that, and then forward. There we go. Hooray. That's the other thing. I forgot. There's one more thing. Pen will do it. Lulu doesn't usually say anything, although I guess she does now. They'll bring me toys when they want me to play with them. They want me to throw the toy so they can go get it. And I feel bad because sometimes they'll drop the toy and I won't see it. And I'm just like, I don't know why you're sitting here meowing at me, you know. And I try to give them attention or whatever. But, and then later on, I'm like, oh, you brought a toy to me. You wanted me to throw it for you. And I feel so bad. What's in there? Oh, nothing. Alrighty, let's do, let's get this. You know what? I wish there was a button on the projector. Like they've added a lot of great functionality to it. I do wish there was a button that was like show only armor blocks. That would be very nice. Show only buildable is good, but if you have a sort of like any sort of like frame, like here, like the armor is being used as like the structure. We know what got welded up just now. It'd be nice to be able to see that in case you wanted to lay that down first so that everything else can be built on it. See, yeah, because it's popping up all this other stuff which is getting in my way. I just want to build the armor right now. Because some of these other blocks are kind of big, and when they pop up like that, then they get in the way. I'd really like to be able to build just the armor. See just the armor, you know. Out. Alright, let's see. Motors, I have plenty of those. Structural components, sure, we'll get. Oh, we are full. Alright. Alrighty. Let's see. Alrighty. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, it looks like most of it. That's good. I would need radio. Steel. Alright. Boop. And radio. Oh, only 4. Always short on. Large tubes. Construction component.
Energy low.
The aiming is getting weird. I shouldn't have to be so far. Very strange. Cool. I think after this pass, I won't need any more steel. Almost made it. All right, and let's see. We need where are they? That. Plenty of those. We don't need those anymore. Oh, here we go. Computers. Let's do that. Not even interior plate. I think that's good. Yeah. Good. So, let's finish these. Do I not have? That should be enough.
Energy critical.
Again? God. Motors. Ouch. Motors. Oh, the thrusters use grids? Oh, they do. Okay. Forgot about that one. Oot. So we're here. Yeah, I like that. That's really convenient. I don't like putting survival kits everywhere, or medical rooms. So that's really nice. I really like that. More motors, more construction components. What do we not need so much of? Let's get rid of 100 of those. Let's do that. Yay. Motors. Okay. Try this. Lots of motors. That. Motors. That and that. Tubes. Oops. Everything needs tubes. Tubes and motors. Tubes. Motors. Steel. Okay. Great. Motors and grids. Okay. Motors. Grid. Construction. Cool. Oh, and suddenly I'm done. Oh, almost. Power cells. Okay. Still, suddenly I'm done. Yeah, so it's got a fourth battery. Was added. All right, we can get rid of that. Why do these look different? Oh, they're the same. Interesting. Huh. How about that? All right. What else? Anything else missing? I don't think so. All right. All right. Let's see. Get your batteries on recharge. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then. All right. Disconnect this. That's not what I want. And careful not to bump it. All right. Batteries. That's interesting. Oh, right. Because those already existed. before I built wherever the groups are stored. I don't actually know. I don't remember labeling that. AI. Huh. Yeah, so this task basically go to a destination, which I can set now actually. Will be that one. And then I will want 900 to 1600. And then loiter did the same thing. Prior facility. Loiter 900 to 1200. So, and for what I'm doing, there's no need to have two blocks, but they were there. So, and then what I'd originally wanted to do was for the defensive block to turn loiter on and off, but that didn't work. So I don't know. All right. Anyway, um, so a couple things I did want to do. Let's see. Here, control. Oops. Oops. Yeah. All right. I'm in control. All right. Let's turn all that off so I can't move anything by mistake. Batteries. Oops. Here we go. Control. All right. Toolbar looks good, or the hotbar looks good. All right. This we need to fix. These were the turrets. Yep. So that'll be these bad boys. We had on off, and then we had cycle systems. Hi, Lulu. Thanks, sweetie. Everything else is correct. Fantastic. Okay, sitting here doing nothing. We have 16 hours of power. That's cool. All right, one thing I would like to do is going to remove this and then finish building this part. So at this point, repair projector can go off. And what I would like to do, since the connector is on top, I want to modify this building so that I have a conveyor. Let's see what that would involve. Helmet on. All right. concern. Ah, cool. Unfounded. I thought, well, there was a risk I had a sensor up here. All right. So that's where I will put the connector. And I was thinking, I would like to run something up right here. Maybe across and through here. I don't think that will. Oh, yeah, that will go across a light. That's okay. I can build around. Like, I can manage that. That's not a problem. Problem will be air tightness. Now here, these windows are on the side of the block. Did you bring it back? Yeah. So I would have to put like panels up here. Excuse me. So I guess since pressurization really isn't that critical. I'm not gonna worry too much about figuring out if I can do it in advance. Sure, one way or another I can manage. So I do this. Yeah. Then here I'll put oh um all right, that'll preserve the light, keep it from becoming disconnected. And straight up the middle. All right, perfect. So then we'll go to here. And we'll do the inset, and then inside the hanger, I'll use a small grid, two small grid connectors back to back as like an adapter to give me some space, because as is, these are gonna hit the ceiling. But that's fine. Here we go. Down. There we go. I can put a nice little cap on this thing. Go here. Okay. I've got that. So what I'm thinking is I want to put pipes coming up on this part, because I think that will look cool. And the cooler the thing looks, the better it works. Everybody knows that. So go get the colors. So 1, 2. Oh, there's only room for 3. Okay, so we'll do like this. That. Awesome. And now we need. Oh, I just realized if I do this, I can replace my window, actually. Oh, I forgot that would hook onto the top of the connector there. Oh, very nice. So, yeah, I don't have windows in the layout. And this is a one-off, so I'll drop him here. And there. Nope. That one. There we go. Cool. All right. Small tubes and motors. What's that lag again? I don't know what that's about. All tubes, motors, steel. So Pan Pan has a button that she can push when she's hungry. She had 4 buttons originally. It's the only one she ever learned to use. I guess it's the only one that mattered.
Energy low.
She was okay. I forget what the other 4 buttons did, or the other 3 buttons did. She was okay at using them, but the hungry button, oh, she figured that out fast. Let's do that. Motors, we got plenty of motors. Tubes. Do we need large tubes? And interestingly, computer. The buttons ended up breaking over time. We've had them about 3, maybe 4 years now, and we only had 4. It takes a lot of dedicated time to teach an animal to use the buttons. And oops, oh, that was a temporary. There we go. Right. So we only got as far as the 4, and they just broke over time. But the one that says hungry never broke, and that coincidentally is the one that Pan Pan is very good at using. But I am starting to suspect that she believes that button means empty food dish and not hungry. All right. Sweet. Let's get. Let's see. Connector here, to. Yeah. Oh, so we're pressurized again. Look at that. That is cool. I like that. That is exactly how I wanted it to look. So I'm happy about that. All right. Let's put. I see that I don't have enough room. All right, that's fine. Oh, oops. All right, helmets on, depressurize. Hey. Cool. I didn't expect that to work. 98, 98. Yeah, that's great. Does that mean the base is out of ice? No. All right. Well, I'm not going to complain. Right. We'll do the energy thing. And we'll go upstairs. I'm going to get the tug. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, 1. It's taxi power. Oh, we already. Okay, I see. And I realized at some point, it was only just yesterday, that mast and camera system that I built. I remember when I built it thinking something felt wrong. and I realized what it was just yesterday. It was completely unnecessary. I could have simply mounted a spotlight because spotlights you can use as a camera as well. So it's okay though. All right, magnetic plate on auto. Yes, it is. And yeah, it's down. Perfect. All right, you. Let's see if I can do a little face smash. Oh, oh, too much. There we go. All right, let's let it rotate. Hopefully it'll go more. No, no, it's getting there. All right, a little more face smash. And perfect. All right, and then this side. Excellent. Awesome. Now, oh, geez. A little harsh. All right, let's see. Unlock, and back we go. And I'm just going to leave him right here because when the time comes, just have to come back out, get him again. All right, here we go. And I think I will add a button to this bad boy. Right there. So I'll put one there as well. Get some more. All right, let's see. That should be all right. So you here, switch, and then you here, switch. Here we go. So if I push this, great. That one, awesome, cool. Oh, there's another signal. Let's go get that. I missed I missed the last one that I noticed and said I was going to go get. So I want to get this one. All right, we're heading away from the planet, so no need to get the tug. Hello, person. Uh-oh. Ah, you bastard. Hey. Click. There we go. Oh, it just tells you right away. Oh, that's really fast. That's why I got fooled earlier. It just immediately said you don't get a special item. I think is what it said. Hmm. Well, whatever. So that's connected up. So the reason I wanted to connect it up so I could set up special. The special container on the cargo. Hopefully good. All right. So what I want. So for these guys, I want 20. That should be plenty. And then I don't remember if assault cannon are medium or large caliber ammo. And that is something I have not talked about in a long time, but I absolutely hate when the name of the ammo does not match the name of the gun. Although in this case, Keen does have it, and it's the mod, it's the script that does not have the name correct. So, all right. So then I have to do this: put one of each, or put one. See if it's the right one. We'll do. I'm not sure how much it holds. We'll do that. Inventory. Zine. Okay. Assault cannon shell. All right, so that's the right one. Fantastic. And it looks like 100 was a pretty good guess about how much it can hold. Excuse me. Let's do that. And 105. All right. All right, I'm going to go back to 100. I do want it to have 20 cases of ammo for these guys. All right. Yeah. That's it. There's no other Gatling ammo in the base. That doesn't seem right. Oh. Oh, am I finally out of iron? Ingots. Oh wow. Huh. I knew I didn't have anywhere near as much as I brought with me. Used a lot of it. But I really thought what I had left would have lasted me a bit longer. All I've built is, like, after the base was done, I built that, built the relay satellite, and then this. I would have thought 60,000 iron ingots would have gone a little bit further than those 3 small grids. Am I forgetting something? I don't. Yeah, when the base was done, I had like 60,000 ingots left. That relay satellite is a little more than 6 solar panels and an antenna. This is not an elaborate build. This drone is not nothing to sneeze at, but still wouldn't have guessed that would take 60,000 ingots. All right, well, that's fascinating. Okay. And then how funny that it ran out exactly at the 20 magazines. Okay. Alrighty then. I guess we need some iron. I guess well, I had planned to do the attack. And I think I still can do the attack. 14 magazines versus 20. I don't think that's going to make a difference. Whatever happens, I don't think that's going to make a difference. So, but you know what I do need? I made a little, so I made a detachable parachute system so that when I drop this thing from 30 kilometers in gravity, by the time it gets down to 2 kilometers in altitude, it's not going to burn a bunch of power trying to stop itself. So it'll have parachutes. And then once it comes to a stop, or the parachutes won't stop it, they'll just slow it down. But all right, boop, boop, here. There we go. Oh no! Oh, that's strong. All right, let's try this again. Should be another white one. There it is. Off, and we'll just cut the power, the strength in third. Don't want to use for parking. Yeah. All right, and boop. Oh, it's already disconnected. Boop. There we go. So what the parachute system will do is it's a connector with some decoys and some parachutes on it. So they'll slow it down. They'll deploy at 3,000, slow it down. It'll drift down to 2,000, and then at 2,000, the whole thing will disconnect and continue drifting. It's got like 6 decoys on it. It'll continue drifting, and then it'll allow me to disengage and fly around and hopefully provide a little bit of cover. Uh, for the drone. Okay, I think let's. I'm gonna need to use this tug to connect parachute thing. So I need this. I do need this drone out of the way because I need to build it. Actually, no, I can build it out here. I'll just build it in place. I mean, all right. So I need a connector. I need one of those. Decoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, give me all that. And then I need 2 parachutes. 1, 2, and an event controller that will manage the disconnect. All right. Oh, do I have canvas? I do. I don't need 4. All right. Cool, 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 cool. So since this is such a simple part, I'm just gonna build it. I'm not gonna mess around with trying to get projector or anything like that. It's just not necessary. All right. There we go. And then there we go. Let's see. Here, decoys are not on the toolbars anywhere. Put that there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nor are parachutes. There. 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 And then there we go. Awesome. All right, you. You. Just to keep things simple, let's disconnect things for now. So here, sure. Don't need that. Reset. All right, so we want to deploy at 3,000. We'll auto deploy. I'm going to create a group so that if I decide to remain in control of the drone during the drop, I can manually activate the parachutes if it looks like something has gone wrong. So I'll do that. Since there's a group, they don't need to be on the toolbar or the inventory or in the terminal. This is the altitude monitor or the disconnect. Disconnect. You are unlock. You are monitoring altitude, and when you are less than or equal to 2,000, do your thing. All right. Yep. You don't need the inventory. Okay, and then yeah, we don't need anything else. And the reason is because if I need to disconnect, I can do that. I will be in control of the drone, and I can do that by calling switch lock on the drone's connector. So that's that. That'll be the drop deployment mechanism thingy. All right. So with that, I'm going to unlock. Oh, we're stuck. We did it. Okay. Great. All right, let's get to the drone. And wrong drone. Interesting. Okay, remote control is set up. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That matters. Camera. All right. Let's try it again. Here. Control. Nope. Didn't do it. Just drop this here. There are 4 cameras on the front. There we go. So this is the one that monitors disconnect on top. Oh, I guess it's the only thing it has. And the idea is when it detects a disconnect, turn the drone on. So what does it do? Thrusters and gyros on. And when you connect something, oh no, opposite. When you connect something, it turns the thrusters and gyros off. When you disconnect, it calls activate. And the activate, oops, I just saw it. Oh my goodness. There it is. Oh fuck, that's not good. What was there? Thrusters and gyros on. I think. Yeah. Enable auto. Just in case it was on external power is what I had done. I ended up not going that route, but I did think initially I was going to have a small battery on the parachute component. So this would make, in order to save power for the drone itself. So make sure those are on auto, turn on the thrusters and gyros, and then turn on the flight movement block and the flight movement AI behavior, which will allow it to move. Also make sure the antenna is on. And then over here, it turns on the turrets and sets their targeting to weapons. Turns on the CTC, turns on the AI, and sets its targeting to weapons. Now the small turrets are configured for small grid weapons. The CTC is configured for large grid weapons. The idea is that will be shooting the turrets on the pirate base. And then it also turns on the defensive block and the AI behavior. Yeah, that's all that does. All right, so the defensive combat block is set to pay attention to enemies with weapons when something locks on. Now, I'm not sure if NPC drones actually lock on target or not. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna try it. I don't expect it to work. So if something locks onto it with a gun, it's gonna move away from the target, try to get to 1,600 meters away. It'll change course by 30-degree intervals every 15 seconds. And do evasive maneuvers, whatever that means. Flight movement block, set speed 60, minimum altitude of 500, and stay level. Yeah. All right, these guys. Batteries. There, and yeah, I don't need the inventory. Okay, this doesn't need to be in the terminal or in the toolbar config. And do I have? I do. So I've also got this set up. So on the hotbar 1, which is the initial, that's always my initial launch, we've got power on, thrusters gyros on, thrusters gyros off, disconnected the connector. That's standard. That's my standard setup. And then 5 is turn off all AI blocks. So if I need to fly this, I just hit 5. It disables all the AI and I can take over, which I fully expect is what I will need to do. 6 is for the spotlights, which are really just, they're there to be cameras. They're there to be aimable cameras. 7, it's got 4 cameras on the front. I just picked one at random. Then the repair projector, that probably does not need to be here since this thing's not getting repaired. And then 9 is the opposite actually of 5. That's that timer to activate everything. So it's there as an option. So here we have all thrusters and gyros on, and then reverse thrusters turning off is position 2. And position 9 is shutting off all AI blocks again. This is the combat bar. So we've got one of the front cameras, the turrets on and off, as well as setting their targeting. Gyro stabilization, because there's such a kick from the main guns. Then we've got the CTC on off, CTC cycle target, and then the last one is controlling the CTC manually. And the reason I have a fixed camera on here is because switching out of that custom turret control back to controlling just the drone for like normal flight doesn't correctly switch back to the camera. And sometimes it'll even pop back to the character. So I've got that so I can jump in quickly. Aimable spotlights, and then the 4 forward cameras. All right, cool. Part of the reason I went through all that was to remind myself where everything is, not just to show off how great I am at configuring things, because that's definitely debatable. Okay, so let's get the tug set up to deploy. So here, I think all I need is the launch, stop in gravity, and exit gravity. I don't need to stop out of gravity. Deploy payload. What does this do? Do all of that. Okay. So I think I can skip timer 4. So here, this brings you to a stop. This starts the process of stopping, and this. Oh no! This is to exit the gravity well. I don't think I actually need to do this either. I just need to stop in the gravity, deploy the payload, and then click return, because this will get out of the gravity well as well. So this checks if we're stopped in gravity and fires exit. I think I'm going to change that. Fire this. That should be fine, right? So we'll deploy the payload. So we unlock the backplate, back away, You start the return timer there. And then the return timer resets the override. Turns all that stuff off. Okay. Let's see what happens. Maybe I should set this, since we'll be in gravity, maybe I should set this to 30. Okay. Ben's not happy. We keep pushing that button. Is it lunchtime, Pimpan? It is. Oh my goodness, she told me. All right, 14 minutes. Okay, we are aimed at. Excuse me. Good grief. All right, facility. Think we are clear of the crater. I am going to go a bit further, just in case there's a problem like last time where it took off in the wrong direction. Let's make sure the move block, that needs to be off. There we go. That needs to be off because I have something, I'm holding something in front of it. And unfortunately, that means that if this takes off in the wrong direction, like say towards the asteroid, it's not going to stop. Okay, I do think we're good now. Right on. So let's get this deployed. Yeah, all right. So let's see. I see antenna on the drone, both drones. Oh, and I learned my lesson from the first time. I'm going to kind of stand right here as I activate this. And launch. That way, if it takes off the wrong way, I don't have to go chase it down. Oh, that looks promising. All right, let's get back to the office. All right. Let's go to here. And where is control? Oh my goodness. So many things. There we go. Whoa. A little shaky. Still, it's working. Oh man, that is shaky. Oh, there's another unknown signal. Holy cow, that shake is bad. But I guess it is what it is. And I believe the just based on the when I lost contact from the satellite dish on the deployment of the relay satellite and reviewing the footage, I'm estimating that the boundary of the gravity is right around 5 kilometers away from the asteroid that I'm sitting at. That was the range that the dish was set to. I lost contact, figured out what was going on, and then reconnected. And there it is in the bottom left, or on the left side of the screen. Oh, we've hit gravity. Uh-oh. It is not going to be facing the right way. Okay, let's take over that drone. So I don't think it's doing what I want it to do. And okay, camera fixed view. Okay. Turn all the AI tasks. Oh fuck. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Cool. I think. Well, did it work? Honestly, I'm not sure. It may be that. Oh, we're in gravity. Okay, it's falling away. And this craft is not moving. Oh, okay, okay. So the dampener's just kicked on and it dropped. Hey, that, you know what? That's all right. Let's trigger the return to base. That should get us going. And then I'll switch to. Oh shit, that didn't work. Damn it. Okay. Turn to base. On. Trigger now. All right, it's doing its thing. So now, well, oh Jesus, here we go. That is the wrong drone. Good grief. Here we go. Mode access, assault drone. There we go. Well, okay. We're falling, but we're upside down, but that's fine. Everything is powered off. We're at 28 kilometers in altitude. I can power on one of these bad boys over here, and then I can look around. So, oh, we're tumbling. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. That's the bottom. I think we're fine. Just a nice, peaceful descent through the atmosphere. Coming for you, pirate base. Coming for you. Hello, person. Visitor. Yeah. All right. Oh, this is great. Now we just wait for the parachutes to deploy. I'm sure everything will go flawless after that. "19 kilometers. I hope that relay satellite. I hope that works. That's going to be kind of disappointing if it doesn't. Signal relay, 19 kilometers. Why is it? Oh shit! Why is it in and out like that? Oh, that's not good. That's an indicator. It's not facing. It's not facing the sun. Oh wait, no. I launched a nighttime attack. Wait. No, that's just my asteroid. That might be the problem though. Pop. Okay. Pop over here. Let's see if I can. Oh, we're at the parking spot. I mean, that's amazing. That's working. Signal relay, 5 kilometers. Can't see it. Oh, crap. It should be in full sunlight, though. Not sure why that won't be working. Debugging, it's going to be a bit tricky since it keeps popping on and off like that. Oh, we can grab this guy. And 7. Alright, AI blocks all off. Move. Oh, there we go. No, what the hell? Thrusters on. Control. Control. 3. You're off. You're off. You're off. Control. Why can I not control the damn thing? Off, off, off. Off, off. Gyros are on. Thrusters and gyros are all on. I don't understand why I can't control it. No control. Can't turn. Try it this way. Remote control. What can I turn? Right on. Oh. Oh, well, the relay antenna seems to have sorted itself out, so maybe. All right, let's see how this is doing. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. It crashed. Fuck. Did the parachutes not deploy? What the hell? Parachute. Oh, they did. Oh, fuck. That was off. Such an idiot. Oh, man. All right. Well, I might have caught that if I hadn't had to fuck around with the relay satellite popping in and out and my stupid drone not letting me control it. I'm going to blame that one on the game because I wasted so much time. I'm really upset about that. Because this bastard wouldn't let me steer it. Oh, now the battery's dead. Oh my god. Oh man. I'm irritated. All right, well, we need iron. That was our shot. So let's go get iron. Oh man. Oh, that everything just went downhill real fast, didn't it? Yeah. Um, um, I'm at a loss for words for how annoyed I am at all that. Stupid relay signal satellite started everything. I would have discovered, I'm confident, if I'd been able to monitor the drone on the way down, I'm confident I would have caught the event controller being off. At the very least, I'd have caught parachutes didn't deploy, and I could have manually deployed them because I configured it so that I could handle that eventuality. And then that drone, the tugboat, not working. Bitch. Oh, I'm hot. Oh man, I'm so hot. I'm so hot about that. Arrgh. Why are you doing that? All right. Um. Right on. EO. Gold, iron, ice. Silver. Where's that? Oh, is that on this asteroid? Oh, good. Why are we so slow? Because it's a slow ship. All right, cool. We have lights on this bad boy. There we go. There's the iron right there. Something sounds weird. All right. All right. Just gonna mine this out here. I was toying with the idea of using the jump drive to jump um, away to do my mining, but I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna bother with that. Let's see. We'll turn on the sorters. They should be set to stone. They are. And four. Oh, that's the lights. Can see the ore in front of me. All right, let's just do some digging. So, I have a theory for people who have computers that, well, I don't know how to put this. I don't want to say computers that struggle to run the game because honestly, no matter what kind of computer you have, you're going to struggle to run the game because, like, eventually, because the game allows you to just, you know, build to your heart's content and dig and do whatever. And eventually, you're going to, like, the computer's going to be like, oh, man, give me a break. So, one thing I was thinking as an optimization for performance is um, never digging within 5 kilometers of your operating area. So if you build a base, your base should be like a minimum, or all dig sites should be a minimum of 5 kilometers away from your base or anything you're doing. And the reason is because that's beyond the sink distance, right? And um, the game needs to load. Like when you dig out voxels, when you or mine things, computer has to track what's been consumed. So it's got to keep track of all those holes. Hey, sweetie. Um, so if you only mine beyond sync distance, then what that means is when you're normally playing, like you're at your base, you're building stuff or whatever, the computer won't have the data for those holes loaded because they're outside of sync distance. And it's only when you approach them that it gets loaded in. So if you dig near your base, the data for all those holes needs to be held in memory. And it's not doing anything for you. It's part of the reason I don't like to build underground. Like I don't like to dig holes to live in or to build bases in underground. I mean, I'll do it every now and then, but as a general rule, I try and avoid it unless I'm like, this is going to be an underground base, right? And that's what I'm doing. But normally I don't like to just casually put holes in the area, where I'm working. So in this case, what I would do, since I need the iron, is jump to some place that's farther away. That's what I think that I should be doing, but I'm not going to, because I don't. A little bit of it is a lack of personal patience, and a little bit of it is because like my plan was to do the thing this session, and I really want to do the thing, right? And then I did the thing, which was to drop the attack drone onto the base. And then I feel like the game kind of cheated me out of out of out of trying to make that work, like I feel this is so unfair. And now I acknowledge it's possible, it may even be plausible that the problems I was having are entirely operator error, my fault. I missed something. Maybe it's because that tug was low on power, and so it had enough power to say operate the camera, but not enough to operate the gyros or whatever. Given that it's like it ran out of power almost immediately thereafter, maybe that's what was going on. I don't know, but I still blame the game because using row control blocks and AI blocks is so damn unreliable that I couldn't figure that out quickly, because they're unreliable. So you can't say, you can't be like, oh, I'm not getting control, therefore it's probably this. No, it's like you gotta jump back and forth between controlling this and controlling that, and then like even the remote control block, it's set up with a camera, and yet every time I assume control, it doesn't show me the camera view. I have to do it manually. So the blocks are problematic. They're buggy and quirky and unreliable. And because of that, I wasted a lot of time basically troubleshooting a game bug as opposed to being able to figure out any mistake that I may have made. And so, while the mistake may ultimately have been the thing didn't have power and I didn't figure that out fast enough, I still blame the game because the blocks are so unreliable. They've conditioned me that when you have a problem, the solution is to continue messing with those blocks, just because they're not reliable, right? As opposed to moving on to the normal conclusions of, oh well, clearly there's a normal, like a in-game reason that the thing isn't working. All right, thrusters and gyros off. There. Now, how much iron did I get? 430. Oh, That's awesome. All right. So I'm pretty bitter about that. Not gonna lie. That I'm definitely bitter about that. All right, let's disconnect and then lights off. Should be empty. Yep. Sorter is off. Yeah, I already checked that. And we'll put you on recharge. What is your battery level? 2.93, so we are at like 91%. That's great. Okay. So you're there. So batteries. You're dead, right? Yep, you're dead. Okay. All right, so I'm going to add another battery to it so I can get it moving, get it down to the hangar, and get it recharged. I'll put it there. Just keep adding batteries every time it runs out of power. Eventually, it'll have a good amount of power. I don't know if I'll have the resources to build a battery, but maybe a small one. Let's see. Yep. A1 and this little guy. All right. Thrusters off. We'll go to taxi power and that was the problem. Okay. So it was operator error, but as I said, because the blocks are so unreliable, um, it adds a significant amount of overhead to determining that the problem is not actually the blocks just being unreliable, and the problem is actually something else, somewhere else. Yeah. I'm pretty bitter about that. I've been kind of salty about the AI blocks in general anyway, since they are so unreliable, and I say unreliable a lot because that is the perfect word to describe them. And it comes from frustration because I love the idea and I love the capabilities that I have seen demonstrated. It's just that they're not consistent. They're unreliable. They don't work. They don't work more than once. Anyway, so it's frustration, right? Because I'm like, these things have so much potential and yet I can't use them. All right, everything off. I'm going to go ahead and put the batteries on recharge. We're going to include the new battery right there. Auto and recharge. Before. Go. All right, we're going to put the tanks on stockpile, and then we're now prepared to connect. So that'll start charging up. Tanks will be topped off. Iron is processing, and I'm going to go look at this drone. So curiously enough of it exists that I can get into it. And the good news is, at the very least, I've confirmed that I can access and control drones in the vicinity of the pirate base. Which I guess I can do that just with the dish antenna anyway. I don't have a good way to know. Don't have a good way to know how far away from the base that the crash drone is. Let's put the helmet back on. I think because they're too close. What is one of these is supposed to? It's not helpful. Yeah, I don't have a good way to know how far away it is from the base. But I mean, it's there. I can assume control, so that's something. Let's come in here. Let's just go here. I do have one spotlight and one forward camera. I don't think it's going to have enough power to roll itself over. But let's try. Oh shit. Oh, we do? Okay. Our facility is 3 kilometers away. We have an hour of flight. 17 minutes if we're under thrust. Yeah, I can't switch cameras here. This is weird. So we'll go to here. All right, we're looking at the side. Oh yeah. Oh, we hit on the nose, didn't we? Oh, that sucks. And it looks like the turret's gone. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? I don't see any utility for this thing. So we're gonna use it as a recon vessel. So let's set these to weapons. Let's put the only functioning camera here and here. Let's turn the weapons on. It's important. That doesn't need to be on. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to go to the base. I'm going to do some flybys on the base, and hopefully the side turrets can take some shots at any weapons that are there. I'll basically just do some recon, see what I can find out. Weapons are on. Turrets are set to max range. The defense block is on, so I'll get hopefully a little bit. Hopefully I'll get 800 meters of range. Let's turn off. Whoops. All right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, rockets. Okay. It's good to know. All right, I think I'm doing all right debating stuff. I think. All right. No, I'm thinking I'll come in maybe a little lower over here. So the main base can't shoot at me. Give this guy. Oh shit. All right, that did not work. All right, one turret down. Nice. All right, reverse thrusters are off. That's good. Okay. Good the rockets. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of little guns. Oh, 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 that's a little, those are getting close. Uh-oh. I think I might have lost the weapon. Oh shit. Yeah, still shooting at me. Okay. Get some distance and assess what damage we've taken. Oh, he's still shooting at me. Come on now. Oh, trailing smoke. Yep. I'm sure we're all kind of messed up. That's fine. All right, one turret is in up. Yep. You. It's not. Let's not drift closer. Okay. So one thing I've noticed. Oh, good grief. Okay. Yeah, ships and all that's fine. Just shooting at weapons. Okay. All right. Two observations. There are a lot of weapons. There are a lot of turrets. Um, there are rocket turrets, and there are no drones. That's good to know. Let's get this off. So my plan is to build a second drone just like this one and drop down and hopefully manage the deployment successfully. But if I decide ultimately that I need to design another model, it will be helpful to know that I don't need to worry about defending against drones. Which means I won't necessarily need the turrets on the side. That's all they were for. They're kind of short range, so So yeah, if I don't need them to defend against drones, then I can ditch them. I don't know that I would necessarily increase the primary firepower or not. I think 3 assault guns is probably all I really need. But oh geez, we are taking a lot of damage. I think I lost my other turret. Oh, there's a lot of fire coming off me, huh? Yep, both turrets are out. Okay. Well, let's see. Do I have? I still have a spotlight. So I'm thinking if I can park this somewhere. Hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking I can park this somewhere out of range of their weapons. Oh, which I'm not at. Then one thing I can do is I can use this spotlight as a camera to sort of monitor my other attack, like as I attack with other things. But I do need thrusters forward, forward. All right. Oh, all right. The spotlight that's still alive is on the right side, so that's the one I want facing these guys. And by landing, I should be able to extend the life of everything. Yeah, of the power. If I shut all that down. I have 11 hours. Those are all off. Batteries need to stay on. Gyros are off. Kill those. Um, one of these is destroyed, so yeah, the left searchlight's missing, so we don't even need to worry about that. Off, off. At this point, I don't think it matters. Off, 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 off. Um, that doesn't need to be on either, nor does that. Search, light, terminal. This is all I'm using this for now. So there we go. Oh, I have my own light source. Oh, man. Oh, I can't. Oh, man. I didn't count on the grass being there. All right, well, that's fine. I can at least see the rocket turret and gun turret there. I don't think that's a turret. That's a turbine. That's a turbine. It's not moving though, so I wonder if it's damaged. Is that a gun? Is that an interior turret? Maybe. Anyway, I guess it ain't great, but whatever. Let's rename what? Alright, this is weird. Try it again. Remote access terminal. There we go. So I'm going to rename this to uh, Recon camera. That way over here it shows up correctly. All right, well, the helmet back on. These should be running for the first time since we got here. Oh, they're not because they were off. That's awesome. Lovely. All right, or yeah. All right, well, that sucks. I was kind of hoping they'd have been working while I was messing around with that drone. All right. Go in the main door. It's fun. How are you doing on power? What? Batteries. You are just over 95%. That one's full. Okay. Cool. Let's disconnect. I know the tanks are topped off. That only takes a second or two. Alrighty. Get this parked up top. It is feeling more and more like I should make the top a landing pad. I'm going to resist, though. I don't want to do it. All right, thrusters and drivers off. We're on recharge. So, ship should be ready to go. Base power plant is on. Okay. Alrighty, let's. I'm thinking I can use this sort of as my sprue. Base push. I didn't want it to turn. All right, cool. I just wanted it a little more straight. Yeah, I can use this as a sprue. What I'll do is I'll put a projector on the back or on the side or whatever, and then a single armor block. And since I've used the inset connector on the top of that drone, it'll connect. So yeah, okay, get that. That's some extra. All right. Left, right, yeah. There we go. Yeah. Here. Fighting drone aircraft. F1. Keep projection. All right, sweet. So whew. So actually what I think I'm gonna do, if I go 1 and 2 and 3, that is enough room to build the parachute deployment system as well. I just need to vertically drop this. 3, 4. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that'll work. Plenty of room. Cool. All right, give me those. Those. Yeah. I would really like to be able to see just the armor. I've never been able to put my finger on it. There's a lot of options for displaying stuff. Um, and I've never quite been able to figure out like why even with all these options it's still awkward to build with a projector. And but I think that's it. The not being able to just show me armor. That would help a lot. Why is this so? Why do I have to get so far back? All right, cool. All right. Yeah. Armor here. Didn't have to be so far back. That's weird. Weird, I tell you, it's weird. Of course, I'm out of steel. This thing stole it all. Oh, and he didn't. Something
Energy
stole it all.
low.
This guy. Whoops. Right in. No idea what it's building.
Energy critical.
Oh my gosh. All right. Since we're down here, let's get some steel. Guess I could start placing the motors now, or the thrusters. Get a few of those. Some of those, bunch of those, a few of those, a few more of those, a few more of those. Let's see, we get a bunch of those, all those, all those. Seems like a good amount of things to have. Oh, construction components. They use a lot? Not really. I must not have grabbed very many. There's an ominous hum. What is making that noise? Gyros? I've heard that before. This is weird. Why do I have to be so far back? All right. Should have built this up first, huh? Yep. Should have done that. Yep. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want to build this. There we go. All right. And you. You. Ready? All right. What's going on in here? Oh, that's the inside.
Energy low.
All right, let's dump those. Grab more of that. 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 Those. We'll grab all those. All that. There. All right. Auto grids. Motors. Grids and motors. Grid. All right. Right. I don't know about building that yet. right, looks like everything's built up top. Looks like most of the frame is built except the front enclosure there. Okay. Oh, we did miss a thruster. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't know those were still there. There are three small downward thrusters in the center. I I didn't realize I kept those. That's funny. All right, cool. Yep, look at that. Oh, that's hilarious. Why is that in there? Um, magazine. Not acceptable. Magazine. And goodbye, person. Promise I'm going as fast as I can. Okay. Back there. Right. This is just a layer of armor. Okay. That's not a big deal. All right. Let's get this back wall built. What do we need? What are we not holding that we need to be holding? We have both two steel interior plate. Let's get another set of those. Those. That. 10 of those. There we go. And oh, all those. Yeah. Okay, so there. Uh-oh. Oh, we have batteries that are not complete. So I think they are, yeah, right here. Ourselves. Oh. Let's see. That's how many I need. I think small batteries only use one power cell. I think that's what it just said. Well, they need two. La la. Up, up. There we go. Alrighty. Okay.
Energy low.
Hmm. Sure would like to weld up the stuff down there. Here we go. Cool. Everything else in there is empty. There we go. Hoorays. Turret's good. That turret's good. Alright, well.
Energy critical.
No. I disbelieve.
No energy.
Oh. Uh. Depressurize. Pressurize. What? No, there's no air leak. I did not expect. Okay. Tank. Hydrogen tank. Stockpile off. Stockpile off. Stockpile. 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 And they have air in them. What? Why would they not pressurize then? Those doors are shut. That door is shut. The vents claim there are no air leaks. Vent. Find. Nothing. Huh. That's very strange. Some funky's going on. Um, Buggy meth. That's not what I want. No, it's not. That's not fair. It does have bugs. Um, all software does. Doesn't excuse it, but it's also it's just reality. And it's a good game. All right, you. Right. Get you too. That's nice. Yep. All right, nothing up in here. Yep, that's completely hollow. No idea why I can't pressurize this area. Build planner's broken. What are these things called? Exhaust cap. Fill those guys. Some of those. All of those. Fine. Okay. Oh, that works. If a block is placed and is incomplete, adding to the build planner like this always works. I've never seen it not work. However, trying to add to the build planner from a projection sometimes works. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. I thought for a while that the difference was if the block was buildable or not. So, for example, oh, I've already built it. That's buildable. So that I would have thought, yeah, see, it's buildable, so I can add it. But if it's not buildable because it's not adjacent to something, for example, then you can't add it. That seems to be generally true. It's not consistently true. I don't like that. That either. All right, computers. And what else? Oh, nothing. Okay, great. Computers. Metal grids. And, oh, I didn't know metal grids were required for those things. Oh, okay. Come on now. Oh my god. Okay, get the things. Computers and glass. All right. Some of those. Some of those. More of that. Some of those. Cool. You're good. You're good. You're good. Good. Is it done? Yeah, I think so. It's the same grid here. Any red? Atmospheric thruster. Any other red? Nope. All right, where's this thruster? I see flame in all of you. I see flame in you. I see flame on you. Flame on you too. Oh wait, is it down here? Ah. All right. Hooray. Magazine. Custom data. We're gonna put 20 of that. 100 of that. All right. Here I need. What do I carry? Okay. All right. Base bush. Base bush. There we go. Don't really want it intersecting, but what are you doing? All right. Come on. Little bump. Go the other way. Quit being a turd. Come on, man. Just line up. I should have done what I do. I'm not even gonna waste time with it. I'm going to do this. Should have just done that from the start. Just like I do with my buildings. Switch it, and then there we go. Okay. Decoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Parachute. Decoy. And parachute. All right, so parachute. 1, 2, decoy. Then that controller. Interior plate. All right. And cool. Canvas. Canvas. Exactly the number I need. So there. Okay. Let's see. Let's do everything is good. Everything is connected. So let's go ahead and separate all of this. Turn you off. And you are already off. All right, great. Okay. Okay, you, event controller, here, setup actions. You will unlock and you will monitor altitude. Once you are less than or equal to, you will unlock. Right. It's already connected, so that's all good. Parachutes. Here. Go, go, go. And 2000 is where I want them to deploy. Auto deploy. Cool. Now, vent controller here, which was off. So, yeah, all right. So we can turn it on now. Not make that mistake again. All right, cool. And your batteries are all, oh, they're all recharge. I mean, they're all on auto. That's not what I wanted. Shit. So they're at 24%. Damn it. Antenna. Why don't I see the signal? I see it. What? Oh. Oh man, I think I need to eat. Oh Jesus. Okay. Oh, I didn't check. Let's see. You never loaded up. Drat. All right. Double drat. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. That's nice. All right, MO. Why is that there? Auto crafting. Text. 0H. Make sure there's nothing else weird in there. All right, good. Okay. Salt. $100 and 20. There. There we go. Salt. 10 more. All right. Here. There. Perfect. Why? Oh, because turrets, I guess they don't, they're currently off. So I guess they don't pull ammo unless they're on. The guns? Oh, the guns are probably on. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Ammo is not an issue in the last.
Energy low.
encounter. All right. So that is a big drone. That's setting aside the few large grid drones I've kind of tinkered with. This is almost certainly the largest drone I've ever built. Okay. All right, batteries, taxi, power, dampeners, and here we go. Magnetic plate is on. All right. I have to admit, I like the idea of building aircraft in space and then sort of just flinging them towards a planet. It sort of feels like akin to the whole uh like push a bird out of the nest and be like, if he flies, he flies. It's kind of fun. All right. Getting a little bit of a tumble tendency there. That's unfortunate, but not completely unexpected. I kind of hoped I wouldn't get that this time because of the way I built the parachute module. But whatever. It's fine. And you know what? I think, yeah, I don't think there's any reason. Like, I think it's fine to just deploy like this. All right. We are in clear line of sight of the pirate facility. Let's come to a stop. And when we return, actually, when we deploy, stop in gravity. Exit gravity. Stop out gravity. Deploy payload. Yeah. Override off. So I am changing a little bit how I'm doing things. So, um, yeah. Batteries are good. Where it looks like we're about 90% power. That's great. Let's see. The drone isn't named. Static. That's not what I wanted. This guy. All right. This is fighting drone, atmospheric, T3, assault drone type. Great. Okay. And Let's check the remote control. The camera is assigned. No, that wasn't working last time, but all right, let's check the AI blocks. Go to is set to facility. Loiter is set to the pirate facility. Defensive combat. Okay. Flight move. Main altitude of 500. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Offensive. Now I think this here is for fixed weapons. I don't think it's for weapons in a custom turret controller. Turrets on. Oh, wow. Okay. Small, large. That doesn't really matter. Characters, no. Stations, yes. Neutrals, no. Enemies, yes. That's fine. Weapons by default. Locking, yes. Custom. There it is. Cannons are assigned. Max range. All these large ships, no characters. Stations. No neutrals, no friends, yes. Enemies, yes. Weapons. You are on. When you disconnect, you hit activate, which is here. Batteries become to auto. Batteries go to auto. Battery. Why is that a small battery? This should be this. Oh, okay, probably is. Thrusters and gyros on. All right, let's see. Thrusters and gyros will be on. Flight move will be on. Behavior will be on, and we make sure the antenna is on. And then turret comes on. The turrets come on. Set to weapons. CTC is turned on. Behavior is turned on, and that is set to weapons. Defensive block is turned on. All right, I think I'm going to. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. This one. Oh, not looking at the right vehicle. Here we go. Activate here. I don't even want to turn on. I don't even want to turn these guys on. I just want the behavior, the defensive behavior block turned on. So I'll get the extended range, and I plan to fly this thing myself. And I see my signal relay is doing the thing again. Good news is I noticed it before I launched. And I wonder why it's doing that. Signal relay. Yeah, it's in and out, in and out. Sun tracking on. Turn on. Oh, that's cool. It comes back. Oh, that's super handy. How the battery's looking. Fully charged, negative 15 hours. Stored power, 30 watts. Max stored power, 50 kilowatts. Why are they almost dead? Why was the sun tracking system off? Why is water wet? What is going on? Okay, that's weird. Why? You know what? I think my plan originally was to deploy it and then connect my antenna and activate the sun tracking because I needed it all off during the trip so it wouldn't fight with the tug. And thinking back, I don't think I ever did that. So it should be good now. Yeah, we're charging. Sun tracking's active. Okay. Cool. So when you plan to deploy a thing, you got to do all the steps. That's important. That makes sense. All right, let's get out. All right. Here we go. Good luck. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Oh, wait a second. Where are you going? Oh my god. You forgot to do something important. Oh my goodness. Battery's at 70%. All right. All right. Everything is off. It just occurred to me I can literally just push this towards the planet. It just give it a good kick. All right, let's see. Mag plate on auto. Oh, I'm not used to driving it from this position. That's funny. All right, cool. There we are. And launch. Set up actions. All the things on. These are all off. Gravity. Enter. And exit. Okay, is the gravity vent controller gravity changed 0.01 or greater triggers the gravity entered slot. Did I just literally push the wrong button? Launch. Whoops. Where are you going? I think he's trying to go to the tugboat parking spot. Why? To destination is on. Behavior is on. Return is off. Behavior's off anyway. Flight on and on. What are you doing, you weirdo? To destination, do you not have you? Let's make sure the drone itself is not fighting. It is. Yeah, there we go. Or it probably is. Oh, I need to not be in there. Yeah. All right. What's going on? I hope it doesn't go smash my solar relay. All right, helmet off. Have a seat and remote access. Terminal. CTC. Control. Okay. Well, I guess we're sort of going the right way. Not very quickly. But this guy. Thrusters and gyros are off, so he's not fighting. Gyros are off. They're not the stabilizer's not on. Tug drone. His gyros are not overridden. Oh no, that's weird. There is. Oh, there's a signal relay over there. Base back there. All right. I mean, this is fun. Are we even moving in the right direction? No, I don't think we are. All right. Let's do this. Off, off. All right. All right, facilities to the right. Thrusters and gyros, taxi are on here. There we go. Boom. We'll just throw it at the planet. All right, there's gravity. Hit the dampeners. Disconnect. Goodbye. All right, you. We are going to start. Yep. Yeah, jump it out. Oops. All right, let's take over the drone. Boop. And all right. We are falling. Cool. So the event controller here, that is enabled. Lock, unlock, right. And then you are enabled. Oh, that's actually wrong. That should be 2000. because the parachutes. All right, 3,000. Parachutes should go off first. Slow it down and then disconnect. All right, cool. Well, we'll see what happens. Can I see the relay? Not very well. Weapons, weapons. Yeah. Oops, wrong button. All right, I'm done this bullshit again. All right, let's try it again. There we go. Defense. All right, behavior's off. Just I wanted to double check that. All right, and control. Cool. Still falling in the right direction. Happy to see that. And it looks like we're falling, yeah, nose first. So, yeah, cool. Oh, I can already see bits of it. Oh, that's great. And that's the other drone. Remote drone assembly. I think that's just a scary name. I don't think it really makes drones. Seven kilometers away. Oh, right on. Ah, there's the parachutes. Awesome. Oh man, that's glorious. Hey, look at that. All right, now where is the signal? Look at that. Oh, there they are. All right, let's look. There we go. 3 kilometers away. All right, that's cool. Oh no, not again. Oh Jesus. Uh, uh, okay. Fuck. Right. 6 is... Ooh, I think we hit nose first again. Oh, and this time it looks like all the cameras were destroyed. Oop. Interesting. And yet, turrets are still there. Alright, I'm confused. I don't know why this shit didn't turn on. Let's see. Did the parachutes separate? Well, it looks like they did. Here. Unknown block. First of all, no, this should be its own connector, which is... How did that get messed up? Because I made a point of grabbing its own connector, not the other ones, because I know better. Fuck. Okay. I don't know how that got messed up, because I know better than to reference blocks on a different grid. Like, I've known that for a long time. And I made a point of checking that. I always make a point of checking that because I know better. All right. Let's see. Remote control. There are no cameras. I do have turrets, so let's get those back in the terminal. And let's have a look. We landed upside down. What is that? Is that the nose? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're upside down. Sure. Remote control. I'm already controlling it. Okay. Gyros. I don't know. Let's see. Let's control this. Oh, I can't. Okay. Oh! Oh, we managed to roll it 90 degrees. That's awesome. Okay. Let's try it again. Stabilization. Here. Here. Oh. All right. Now the problem is... that's pretty amazing. Problem is... I don't have a way to control this, so I'm going to turn on this. Hopefully that'll level it out. Let's see. Uh-oh. Nope, flipped it over. That probably didn't help. turn that off. All right, 1, 2, 3. Here. Okay. Seems to have a fair amount of luck doing that. Okay, so now stabilizers. Let's see if it settles right side up. No, it settles upside down. Side. All right. 1, 2, 3. Give it a little more. And now we're upside down again. Stabilization. Go that way. I don't know why we're rolling. Last time I was able to do this. Does that work? Uh-oh. Kick me out. Oh, I wonder what happened. Did I break the antenna? All right. Well, that sucked. That just absolutely sucked. Let's try looking at camera. Oh, 7. Here we go. 2. All right. Well, okay. I think that's enough. I need to go eat. I'm not clearly not making good decisions, and I think I'm making mistakes that I know better. Apparently, I'm making mistakes, and they're mistakes that I know better than to make. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Uh, I don't know why that last one didn't work. Although that event controller did seem to be looking at the wrong connector, which doesn't make sense. But yeah, anyway, I guess I'm gonna blame it on like not having any food yet today. So anyway, thanks everyone for joining, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.